introduce Walter Koenig, who was kind enough to come spend a week here and help use his voice to help draw attention to what's happening in Eastern Burma and all of Burma. Walter, of course, is known especially from his role in Star Trek, where he played Pavel Chekhov for many years.
Yes, I guess to begin with, the question that I would be asked is, why am I here, and how long a part of my consciousness has the Burma situation been? And in all candor, it's been very limited. I met Jeremy at a mutual friend's and began to learn how devastated the Burmese culture has become and the Burmese people over the last 4 decades. I was shocked that I knew so little, and I see myself as pretty much a reflection of the American population in general, that there's probably very little known as to how tragic the circumstances are. So, taking that into account, and the fact that my own family were refugees from Eastern Europe, were persecuted under the Tsar, and were also despised in their country they lived in. They lived in Lithuania, and they were Russian Jews, so they were pretty much despised both because they were Russian and because they were Jews. They really couldn't win. So at the turn of the century, they came to this country. I guess it's been lying, somewhat incubating this need to speak out at some juncture in my life about injustice. My father was very passionately involved with causes in which he felt that the people were being betrayed and destroyed by their society. So it's been lying there, fomenting all this time, and it seems like a propitious moment in my life that Jeremy entered it. I said to myself that I've been around for 7 decades. I have almost exclusively benefited from my association with Star Trek on a personal level, but I can't really think about what I have given back as a consequence of this celebrity that comes with being identified with a project that has been so enormously successful. So it all seemed to me that this was an opportunity. And initially my thought was I would come and I would see this and I would report back and have fulfilled my obligation. I see now that my obligation is a continuing one. It doesn't end simply with a return trip to the United States and a blog entry about the journey. And that, maybe I guess it's quite selfish, but it feels good. It feels like I'm doing something worthwhile. So that's my opening comment. Rather than try to anticipate any questions, unless there are no hands raised, I would just assume somebody ask me a question and I'll try to field it as best I can.